Welcome back to the Ultimate Google Ads Sheet series. So this part is about how we query all the location information Google Ads provides us onto this sheet so we can search, and then we select an area, and then that area will be shown over in selected locations over here. So how does that work? So we can select a country, and all of this information is being dynamically created based off of a database. And that database is hosted in Coolify up here, aka my server. Coolify just helps me manage the server, essentially. So these countries all come in, all, I don't know, 200 or so. And then you can select, I don't know which country that is, but I'll just go to US here. And there's like a few different filter types. I just keep it at all, but if you wanted to search postal code, you could do that, or country. So let's say San Diego. Now, instead of, this is just they call it MVP, minimum viable product. So it's not like a perfect app, really. So I'm going to search it up here. So I click search locations, and that should give me the areas, which is pretty cool. So I got all this stuff. Criteria ID, this is just Google's ID for this area, if I'm not mistaken. Name, like the name of the place. It's a neighborhood. This is a city. And then it says like, okay, what country is it in? And then it's canonical name. Not quite sure what all these things mean, but what I want to have is the complete information for it, or actually at least this criteria ID. I think that's probably the most important thing to have. So Google Ads is going to know, okay, you mean this whole thing. Oh, okay, you mean this whole thing, right? So um, as you're doing Google Ads, you probably know what areas you want to target. So the first step would probably be to like find those areas and put them on a list. So let's say like these places are ones you're interested in. And when I click them, they're all going to a separate sheet called selected locations. So I just added all 4, I think. So we'll come over here, and there you see them. Pretty cool. And not only that, we have another field here because Google Ads isn't just interested in what places we want to target, but how we want to target it. So by presence or interest, search interest. So presence, they're in this place searching. Presence or interest, they could be outside of that area, but I think the search has to do with this kind of area. And search interest is, anyone that searches for your keyword. So we're just saying presence or interest is kind of like the default. But you could select something else like search intent, search interest, pardon me, or presence. And this is a great start because now we have like all the areas that we want our Google Ads to target. The next step is going to be saying what kinds of landing pages. So let's go to that if I can find it. Yeah, right here. Okay, so this next part is going to be, okay, we got landing pages. Maybe you have a lot. Maybe it's just one. Usually I'll start with like one landing page with a dynamic title, but you might have other ones that are targeted for specific locations like San Diego, um, who knows, Santa Barbara. And we're gonna want to tell, we're gonna want to say like, what kind of areas do we want to target with this? This could be like, maybe over here. Yeah, okay, so we got like locations, but I think this is hard coded in. What I'll likely do is have this dependent on these locations that I had over here in the selected locations. So those should pop up, and ideally we would be able to select multiple. So if it said all, maybe there's like an option for all of them. And if it's in San Diego, maybe you can select, okay, San Diego. Um, Maybe you could select a little bit outside of San Diego for the same one here, Santa Barbara, and that's kind of how that goes. The reason is because over in the ad campaigns, I want an AI to be able to look at this, keyword information and look at the landing page and all that and be able to judge, okay, this is the landing page I should assign to this. And also just be able to like fill out the other information. So just giving it as much information as it needs to be able to basically write a lot of or do a lot of the heavy lifting for this. And it's not like too complicated. So we have, advertising for your business. It'll ask, is this location dependent? No, this is probably like a general thing. If it said Santa Barbara, so let's see, I think there's one that says Santa Barbara. Yeah, so come here. Great. So Santa Barbara, it'll see that and be like, okay, you have a landing page that is assigned to Santa Barbara. So maybe I should show that page. So that would be what it could put over there in the answer. And likewise for all these other Santa Barbara ones. So it just kind of helps because in the end, if you have a place that's targeting, like this one's going to target probably multiple different areas. So Google's going to create maybe like 5 or 6 or 7 campaigns just around this kind of keyword here, or pardon me, campaign group. And that's going to, create a ton of different ads and campaigns. So it would be a lot easier if, AI is going to like assign these things than doing it manually. So that's where I am, and stick around for the next one. And if you haven't liked this, I think it's worthy of a like for all this amazing work I'm doing. And subscribe if you're interested, and see you in the next one.